That's all we have time for this hour's news. Thanks for listening. You're listening to BEFM, 부산 영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with David Kim. BEFM, 부산 영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Books open up worlds we've never seen and paths we've never walked. And by reading, we get to explore these new places and journeys. And for those in Busan, there's even more to discover now. The Busan e-Library, run by the Busan Library, has just added up to 220,000 e-books. And it's not just ebooks. They also offer online content that's hard to find in most public libraries. I really hope folks in Busan dive into these new worlds with the e-library's help. Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is David Kim, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off the show with You Are the Universe by the brand new Heavies.
You're the future, and you've come for what is yours, the hidden treasure locked behind the hidden doors, and the promise of a day that's shining new. Only a dreamer could afford this point of view, but you're a driver, not a passenger in life. And if you're ready, you won't have to try, 'cause you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You're a winner, so do what you came here for. The secret weapon isn't secret anymore. You're a driver, not a passenger in life. And when you're ready, you won't have to try, 'cause you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can be. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you, and I believe in me. Yes, I do. Believe in you. I do. Cliff Andrew. You're a driver, not a passenger in life. And when you're ready, you won't have to try, 'cause you are the universe, yeah. And there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can
You are the universe by the brand new heavies. Welcome to For Your Busan. I am your host, David Kim. Now, we kicked things off talking about books. And these days, reading has turned into a less common hobby than before. So, would like to ask you a question. When was the last time you sat down to read a book? Although many say autumn might be the prime time for reading, I believe that any moment you choose to open a book is the perfect time. There's no best season for it. Have you also had a chance to check out a library here in Busan City? I think I've been a few here and a few in Canada and a few in America as well. I remember in high school, our local town's library was right next to our high school, so I would often go there to do my homework, not so much to read a book there. The Busan Library now here in the city stands out for making books more accessible to everyone through its e-library. This digital library lets you borrow books whenever you want without the hassle of actually physically going there or having to carry around those heavy books around. And since it launched in 2020, the Busan e-library has offered 15,000 types of e-books, including audiobooks, and now it has expanded its collection to a whopping 220,000 e-books. But besides audiobooks, the library provides a wealth of online learning materials on languages and IT, academic databases, so if you need to do some research, even e-magazines and newspapers that keep you updated with global news. And if dividing into different subjects through books interest you, the weekly book talk service is something you shouldn't miss. By subscribing, you'll receive notifications about 10 new book recommendations every week. And the best part is, well, if you access the library, the e-library, including this service, is completely free and open to all. So, why stick to the old excuse of not having enough time to read? An e-library gives you the freedom to read anytime and anywhere. And so today's topic is going to be all about books. Yes, today's text topic. 여러분의 인생 책을 소개해 주세요. 여러분이 읽은 책 중 최고의 책은 무엇인가요? Let us know your all-time favorite book. What book do you consider to be the best book of your life? Let us know. Send us a text to pound 9050 샵 9050. It'll cost you 101 a Kakao Talk message by searching for and adding us as a friend, Busan 영어방송. Or join us live on YouTube. We are streaming live right now. And I'll tell you some of the segments that are coming up your way in this hour and the next. In the first hour, we have Busan Is. We get news updates with our 6 p.m. news anchor, Hong Dang-dang, coming in. We also have DJ, which is short for David's Journal. Get to go over some interesting topics, innovative and creative sparks with you. And Work Life Busan, where we get all sorts of interesting advice from expert Jennifer, helping you to achieve the perfect work-life balance in the city of Busan. And we also have in the second half, My Life, My English, the journey of my life in English as told by the people of Busan. And of course, our Busan Quiz Master. And last but not least, Busan Chingu Talk with Melisa, who is both a Busan local and an American, who will share interesting and amusing anecdotes about how expats perceive life here in the city. Once again, text us and potentially you could win a prize, which includes a coupon for a pizza. So you could win a pizza coupon if you participate today. Send us a message, send us greetings, send us how you feel, and participate in the text topic and the quizzes as well. All right, let's go right into our first segment. Busan Is soon.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
It is time for our first segment, Busan Is. We have our Hong announcer in the studio, aka who goes by the name of Hong Dang Dang. How are you?
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
반갑습니다. 네.
How are you?
네. 오늘 제가 누룽지 먹는 거 되게 좋아하는데 누룽지가 잘 만들어져서 기분 좋은 수요일입니다.
Oh, you were making 누룽지 at home today?
네.
Before coming in?
네.
혹시 불 다 끄고 나오셨죠?
네.
Okay, good. You don't want the black 누룽지. You want the golden brown yellow 누룽지.
네. 그렇습니다. 조금 더 많이 좀 타야 맛있어요.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's our first news? Is it about 누룽지?
네, 아니요. 자, 소방청이 기장군에 있는 고리 원전에 대해 위험물 조사를 벌였는데 95건의 지적사항이 나온 것으로 확인됐습니다. 소방청은 지난해 9월 고리 1호기부터 신고리 2호기까지 고리 원전 전체를 대상으로 사흘 동안 위험물 점검을 진행했는데요. 고리 원전 측은 지적된 사항 대부분 조치를 마쳤다고 밝혔습니다. 한편 신고리 1호기의 제8차 계획 예방 정비가 시작돼서 어제 오후 5시 30분부터 신고리 1호기는 발전을 중단하고 점검에 들어갔고 점검은 4월 21일까지 진행됩니다.
All right, so Busan's Gori nuclear power plant has been found to have received 95 points of criticism on a hazardous material inspection conducted by the Busan Fire Department. And according to Gori nuclear power plant and fire authorities today, the fire department they conducted a 3-day inspection of the entire Gori nuclear power plant from Gori 1 or Unit 1 rather to Shingori Unit 2 last September. Total of 99 items were identified for correction, and the most common criticism was for not adhering to standards for hazardous material signs or notice boards.
네, 부산 지역 올해 2월 취업자 수가 작년 같은 달보다 1.3% 증가하면서 4개월 만에 플러스로 전환됐습니다. 동남지방통계청의 조사 결과 올해 2월 부산 지역 15세 이상 취업자는 168만 4천 명으로 지난해 2월보다 2만 1,000명 증가했습니다. 부산 지역 취업자 수는 지난해 11월부터 3개월 연속 전년보다 1만 4천 명에서 2만 3천 명 감소하다가 4개월 만에 반등했습니다.
All right, so in February 2024, employment in Busan surged by 21,000 compared to the same period last year, marking the first positive growth in 4 months. And data from the Southeast Regional Statistics Office reveals that the total number of employed individuals aged 15 and over in Busan reached 1,684,000 by up 1.3%. Previously, employment had declined by 14,000 to 23,000 for 3 consecutive months from November to January, but rebounded afterwards.
네, 부산시는 신중년 세대의 인생 2막을 위한 역량 강화, 또 사회 참여를 지원하기 위해서 부산시 50+ 생애 재설계 대학을 운영합니다. 신중년 세대는 50부터 64세까지를 가리키는데요. 퇴직 등 생애 전환기를 맞이한 신중년을 대상으로 대학별 특화된 생애 재설계 교육 과정을 운영하는 사업입니다. 2017년 부산대학교와 동의대를 시작으로 지난해 선정된 경남정보대학교와 부산과학기술대학교 를 포함해 모두 10개 대학에서 이 교육 과정을 운영하게 됩니다.
Yes, Busan City announced the launch of the Busan City 50 Plus lifelong redesign university designed to empower middle-aged adults aged 50 to 64 as they transition into their second act, offering specialized education tailored to each university. Initially introduced in 2017, this program has expanded to include 10 universities.
네, 청년과 사회 초년생을 대상으로 하는 찾아가는 전세 사기 피해 예방 교육이 어제 부산 진구청에서 열렸습니다. 올해 처음으로 마련된 이번 교육에서는 전문 강사가 전세 사기 예방 주의 사항을 알기 쉽게 강의했고 또 법률 전문 강사의 생활 법률 상식도 알아보는 시간을 함께 마련했는데요. 부산시는 교육을 희망하는 근로사업장이나 대학교 등에서 전세 사기 피해 예방 교육을 앞으로도 계속 진행할 예정입니다.
Yeah, Busan City conducted outreach education to prevent rental fraud at the Busan Jin District Office, targeting young adults and newly employed individuals. And expert lecturers delivered easy-to-understand presentations on precautions against rental fraud, supplemented by basic legal knowledge from invited legal experts. The city intends to extend this education to workplaces and universities to meet the demand for such awareness.
네, 부산시 보건환경연구원이 지난해 학교 등에서 사용하는 정수기를 대상으로 수질 검사를 벌였는데 대부분 안전한 것으로 나타났다고 밝혔습니다. 연구원은 학교와 소규모 어린이집, 다함께 돌봄센터, 지역 아동센터, 대한교육기관 등에서 이용하고 있는 정수기 1,215대를 대상으로 수질 검사를 했고요. 이 중에 99%가 수질 기준에 적합한 것으로 나타났습니다. 수질 기준을 초과한 정수기는 초등학교와 중학교 각 1대, 고등학교 11대로 파악됐습니다.
All right, so the Busan Metropolitan Research Institute of Health and Environment said that the majority of school drinking water dispensers tested last year were safe. They examined 1,215 dispensers across various educational institutions, with 1,202 meeting water quality standards. 13 dispensers, however, including one in an elementary school, one in middle school, 11 in high schools, were disposed of due to exceeding the standards. All right. So that was great news all around, going over different topics of interest.
네. 우리 마시는 물에도 미세먼지, 미세 그 플라스틱 있다는 보도가 있으면서
Microplastic.
네. 그런데 오늘 매의 눈으로 스튜디오를 보니 우리 데이빗은 텀블러로 마시고 계시군요.
I've been using a tumbler since 2000, for a while now,
네.
like 8 years or something
예,
like that.
마시는 물에도 미세 플라스틱이 있어 우리 건강을 위협하고 있고 또 뉴스와 기상 정보에서 자주 전해드리는 미세먼지, 초미세먼지 농도 있잖아요. 네, 자글미, 가늘새 이렇게 한자를 써서 미세가 되고 여기에 초자가 붙으면 뛰어넘을 초, 그래서 초미세. 더 가늘고 작다는 뜻이 되는데 이 먼지 입자의 크기에 따라서 미세먼지와 초미세먼지를 구분하고 있고 이 초미세먼지를 또 공부해 보니 우리 머리카락 두께의 20분의 1이라고 하네요. 굉장히 작아서 보이지가 않아서
Really small.
호흡기로 바로 들어가니까 폐질환 등 각종 건강에 악영향을 끼치니까 주의하시기 바랍니다. 오늘 오면서 산을 보니까 좀 뿌해서 미세먼지 농도가 좀 짙나 했더니 다행히 이 기상 정보에서는 보통이다라고 예보가 되어 있거든요.
Yeah.
하지만 3월 또 황사가 내려오니 봄철에는 한국의 미세먼지와 초미세먼지 농도가 상당히 높은 날이 있기 때문에 주의하셔야겠습니다.
Yeah, what I've been really enjoying these days out on the roads, out on the streets, and throughout the city, we see a lot more display boards that indicate the air quality levels. Like by the intersection of Sentum and Suyong, you can even see a big board with the
네.
AQI index, right?
네.
It's showing how good the air is or how bad the air is, kind of letting people know that you should wear a mask if you're gonna be outside.
네.
And yeah. Fine dust is what 미세먼지 is, and then 초미세먼지 will be like ultra fine dust.
네, 그렇습니다. 코로나 때문에 우리가 계속 마스크를 착용하고 다녔잖아요.
Yeah.
그런데 이 미세먼지가 있으면서 그때는 또 잘 착용했는데 코로나로 또 마스크를 빼고 다니니 이 미세먼지에 대한 경각심이 조금 더 줄어든 것 같아서 봄에는 그래도 마스크도 하고 또 감기도 예방하고 먼지도 막고
Yeah.
해야겠다라는 생각을 해봤습니다.
Yes, good points made. Before you go, though, today's text topic is asking our listeners what their favorite book is, their all-time favorite book. Do you have one that you want to share? Yeah.
하나 한 권,
Or two?
한 권만.
Okay, what is it?
그래도 어린 왕자.
저기 있어요?
아니요. 생각하면 어린 왕자.
Little Prince?
네네. 어린 왕자 책 좋아요.
그 감천 문화마을에 있는 거요?
네.
Yeah.
여기도 눈에 우리 아까 안 보인다고 했는데 대사 엄청 유명한 대사 있잖아요.
Little Prince?
네네.
Oh,
어린
what they
왕자에 자신의 비밀이 있는데 오직 마음으로만 보인다. 중요한 것은 눈에 보이지 않아.
Yeah, that's the important
네.
message, right? Not everything that you see.
네. 눈에 보이지 않는 것도 볼 수 있는
Right.
지혜로운 해안이 있는 그런 날이었으면 좋겠습니다.
So don't judge a book by its cover. All right, thank you so much for
네.
coming in, 홍당다. Hope you have a good day.
네, 내일
See you tomorrow.
뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다.
All right. That was Hong Dang with us for Busan Is, our first daily segment. Once again, I want to ask you that same question. What is the your favorite book of all time? Let us know. Text us pound 9050 샵 9050. It'll cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message or YouTube Live. We've got some in, so let's go ahead and read them out here. 이선희님 texted in saying 많은 책이 있지만 장 도미니크 모비의 회고록, 잠수복과 나비를 인생책으로 꼽고 싶네요. 뇌졸중으로 쓰러져 눈꺼풀만으로 의사소통하며 쓴 글이에요. 지금 건강한 것만으로도 행복한 사람이란 걸 다시 깨닫게 해주는 책이죠. Yes, you shouldn't take things for granted. You know, when it comes to life in general, we always take things for granted until something hits us, and then we truly, that's when we feel that we've been taking things for granted. And through these literature works, books, we get to realize how valuable and how dear our friends are, our families are, and all the things that we take things for granted. Thank you so much, 이선희님, for sharing your books with us, your favorite books with us. We also had 순님 texting in saying 죽은 시인의 사회를 중학생 때 읽었는데 Seize the Day가 기억에 오랫동안 남았고 키팅 선생님의 행동과 학생들에게 대하는 모습이 인상적이었어요. Ooh, nice. 죽은 시인의 사회. That sounds very familiar. It's like Dead Poet Society. Yes. Dead Poet Society. Right. There was a movie made out of that as well, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing us your all-time favorite books. Keep those messages coming in. Let's see. We've also had 펭수 아빠님 on YouTube Live texting in. 저희가 좋아하는 책 속 구절은 구절, I guess a quote. 돈을 벌기 위해서 인내심이 필요하다는 것과 그 인내가 무언가를 꼭 보상해주진 않는다. It's from a book called 바깥은 여름. Outside is summer. Do you maybe know the English title or maybe the author's name as well? Let us know. Thank you for sharing us your all-time favorite book. We're going to take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is Working for the Weekend by Loverboy. It is time for DJ David's Journal. Dear Diary, lately I've been craving travel, often watching travel videos or looking up travel-related info. And when people visit other countries, they encounter new cultures. And some of these cultures might feel familiar, but others are completely new experiences. One of the most surprising cultural encounters I've had was in Korea. Maybe you've seen it. The blue bar soap that everyone touches in Korean public bathrooms. It kind of took me 10 years before I got to use it myself. But it is crucial to approach any travel destination with respect for its culture. Yet some travelers still fail to understand or respect local customs, causing issues. They might be noisy in quiet villages, take photos where it's forbidden, or even harm ancient sites. Take Hallstatt, a World Heritage Site, for example. It has just over 700 residents, but can see up to 10,000 visitors a day in peak season. Now the locals are pushing for a cap on daily visitor numbers and want to restrict tour buses after 5 p.m. They even built a wooden wall at a popular selfie spot to block the view of the Alps, protesting against noise and traffic. In Bali, since last month, foreign tourists must pay a $10 tourist tax upon arrival. This tax addresses issues like temple disrespect and the rise in accidents from inexperienced motorbike renters. At one point, the government even considered banning tourists from renting bikes, but decided against it. Beijing's Botanical Garden introduced China's first manners management robot to patrol and monitor tourists' behavior like smoking in places where they shouldn't. These measures were unthinkable before, but have become necessary due to the growing number of disrespectful visitors. And we might see more creative policies to manage tourists' behavior worldwide. Respecting the local culture when traveling is essential. Or we risk the very essence of travel disappearing in the future. Let's take a quick song break. This is You Make Me Feel Like Dancing by Leo Sayer.
You've got a cute way of talking. You got the better of me. Just snap your fingers and I'm walking like a dog hanging on your lead. I'm in a spin, you know, shaking on a string, you know.
You are now listening to For Your Busan with David Kim. Stay tuned every day from 4:05 to 6 p.m. for more.
Welcome back to For Your Busan. In the studio, we have our next guest for our next segment, Dr. Warabu in the studio. Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
It's a little bit windy outside.
Is it?
Yeah, the weather has been a little crazy.
Yeah, it's been fickle, is what I like to say.
Very changeable.
Yeah, you can't weather something. It's Mother Nature. We can't expect it. Weather forecast, the agency does a great job, but we can't always rely on it because it's nature.
Yeah, spring, please come. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I want the cherry blossoms to bloom already. All right, so you're here for interesting advices regarding work life.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell us a bit about your segment before we dive into the topic.
We get to talk about various struggles that we face at workplace, and we discuss these problems, issues together, and try to come up with some kind of solution, hopefully.
Right. Yes, and we need your input, guys. If you're listening right now, or maybe join us on YouTube Live as well, and tell us your opinions. Tell us what you think about some of these difficult circumstances that people are going through.
Yes, please feel free to contribute your advice.
Exactly. So what's our first topic?
As many people are expressing their struggles with the generational conflicts within organizations these days, I'd like to introduce and talk about two stories related to generational conflicts at the workplace.
Generational conflicts. What an interesting topic, isn't it? It's something that we might experience when we have parents or when we meet our relatives.
Yep.
During holidays, long holidays, big holidays in Korea like 설날 and Chuseok, right? That's when we often find maybe our grandparents who might want to say a thing or two about your current life situation, what have you.
But with family members, I sometimes find it's easier because you can just say
you can
whatever.
Be emotional about it, right?
Yeah, you can say what you want to say.
Sure.
But for example, with PD님, you can't really be open 100%. Can you?
Depends. Yeah, you're right.
Well, he's sitting next to you, so maybe this is not the best time for me to ask you about this.
For sure. Yeah, you could be in a rough spot, and you might want to filter some words out and some emotion out if you are going to be talking with your boss about something. All right, so let's go ahead and go right into our first situation here.
Okay, so here it goes. Hello, my name is Jisoo. I'm in a bit of a tough spot at work, and I could really do with some advice. As the youngest team member, I often find myself on the receiving end of my supervisor, Mr. Moon's old-fashioned ways. It seems like every time I bring a fresh idea to the table, it's met with a scoff or a patronizing remark. Take, for example, the time I brought up the idea of leveraging social media and school campaigns to increase our project's exposure. Mr. Moon just chuckled and remarked, "Social media and school campaigns? That's for kids and their vanity, not for reputable businesses." It's upsetting, and I'm starting to wonder if I even belong in this team. How can I get through to a boss who's really set in the old ways and the past and show him that my modern strategies have some real merits and benefits?
I see. So, yeah, I could totally kind of feel her or feel the person's, I guess, upsetting situation, because when you pitch an idea that you think it could work, that it could contribute to the team's whatever project, but then you have a boss or someone who's older than you, kind of saying, no, that's not going to work. Then you feel like you've kind of hit a roadblock. Like, what can they do at this
yeah,
point?
it's very discouraging, right? But however, Jisoo's situation is unfortunately a common one in Korea.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but it's not really insurmountable. It sounds like Mr. Moon is stuck in his old ways and maybe feeling threatened by the new perspectives and maybe feeling a little bit like, I don't know, afraid. So it's important to approach this delicately. So try to find a moment to have a one-on-one conversation with him. Express your respect for his experience and your desire to contribute positively to the team. That's very important. Ask for his advice on how to really integrate your ideas with the existing methods. So you got to show him respect for his way. You know, this approach shows humility and might make him be more open to listening. Yeah. Additionally, consider finding allies among your colleagues who support your ideas, who can back you up.
I think what I would do in this situation is if I know what his personality is like, I would maybe pitch my idea in private.
Yeah.
One-on-one. And then because if he's not with the crowd, he doesn't, there's no need for him to feel, like he's been like he might feel like he doesn't know anything.
Yeah, also in Korean culture, saving face is very important.
Sure,
Yeah.
right. He has that reputation,
Yeah,
right? So you
yeah.
might want to, talk to him private, one-on-one, pitch your idea. And then if he doesn't understand, make sure he understands so that when you present in a meeting full of people, at least he can understand what's going on.
Yeah, also to show some appreciation.
For sure.
Yeah, to begin with.
Yeah. But like you said, I mean, changes, these things take time. But with patience and strategic communication, I'm sure you can start to bridge the gap.
And now I want to turn to a supervisor's struggle by introducing another story because older generations may have some issues as
Okay.
well,
All right. Let's go ahead and go right into our next scenario.
Okay, so here it goes. Hi, my name is Jong-soo Kim, and I'm a team leader struggling to work well with the younger members of my team, especially Ji-hoon. Respect and following the rules are important in all companies, but it seems like the youngest staff don't really get it. They like to keep things informal and chat instead of making official reports. And then when I try to guide or correct them, I hear they call me an old-fashioned boss, a 꼰대, behind my back. Yeah. Saying I just don't get the way they want to work. I just don't get it, Take Ji-hoon, for example. He was supposed to submit a really important report, but didn't follow our usual procedures, like missing deadlines and just sending little updates via chat applications. When I talked to him about being more responsible and communicating clearly, he and the others just seemed really annoyed, as if I'm being too strict and old-fashioned. I see that these young employees are smart and have lots of good skills and very talented, but they don't really act professionally as I'm expecting. They don't seem to really appreciate the company's established ways of doing things that have worked for us for a very long time. I want to understand them better and find a way we can all work together without being the tough boss they dislike. What can I do?
Ooh. All right. So Mr. Kim is definitely experiencing a generational gap in communication and work styles.
Yeah.
It seems like even in this situation too, maybe Mr. Kim should talk to these workers one-on-one, separately, and then as a group, and then see what they want or what they expect of him as their boss.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
I don't know.
agree.
That's what I
Yeah.
would do because it seems like I can't, or Mr. Kim can't connect with them very well.
This is a challenge because sometimes people really take advantage of this gonde thing. You know, if their boss disagree with their ideas, they
Sure.
just call him gonde. And
Yeah.
This is a challenge, but also an opportunity for growth on both sides. The key here is flexibility and dialogue. Start by setting a team meeting to openly discuss expectations and work styles. But when I'm talking about meetings, not really like formal one, that then they will get nervous and feel that it's too strict.
Exactly.
So encourage everyone to share their viewpoints and work preferences, including how they like to receive and give feedback. You can do this anonymously if it's necessary. It's also helpful to set clear, measurable goals for tasks to avoid misunderstandings. Acknowledge the strength that younger employees bring to the team and exposure how these can complement traditional methods. So I think having a nice talk, open talk,
Yeah.
is helpful.
Yeah, I feel like for any problems that you face at work, open communication, clear communication is the way to go. But in this case, for sure, the younger folks, like you said, the younger folks and the supervisor, they both need to be open-minded about this
Yeah,
situation.
absolutely.
They
It's-
both need to be flexible.
Yeah, it's all about balance, finding a balance and understanding each other and embracing the wisdom of experience while also valuing fresh perspectives and innovations. You know, we talked about change management. We gotta adapt to changes.
Right. And these changes happen very quickly in the modern society that we live in today because we have so much resources available online. We can look things up faster and we can see what kind of things are trending, what kind of things are not trending.
Yeah.
And then we kind of, we see videos of similar situations online as well and be like, oh, our boss acts just like him. And, they have references that they can use to sympathize with what they're going through.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, like as I'm getting older, I find myself like giving advice to younger ones, and
yeah.
I like tell myself, "Oh, stop here." You know?
Yeah. I totally understand you that way, in that mindset as well, because I've run into situations where I've had people who are younger than me. They're frustrated with something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, you shouldn't feel so frustrated about it. But then I'm like, oh, I sound like a conde now.
Yeah, exactly. So we gotta
Yeah.
keep it short. We gotta keep it
Exactly.
short and give them some time to experience and learn it by themselves. you know?
Yes, short and sweet, no talking, just nod and
Yeah.
have them a go at it until they come to you for help.
Yeah, empowerment. That's the key here. Yeah.
If they come for you to help, if they come to you for help, that's when you can help. But other than that, don't give them any advice or anything.
And some like 팀장님s I've spoken to,
Yeah.
they feel frustrated because they feel they are misunderstood. They have such good intention.
Yeah.
But they feel this younger staff don't really appreciate the kindness of their
Sure.
boss,
Yeah, so maybe you could work on facial expressions as well as vocal tone.
Oh, yeah.
Because those things play a big role when it comes to relaying messages.
Oh, certainly,
Yeah.
certainly. I
So,
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I've run into many circumstances myself, so I can really understand.
It's not easy, It's not easy. It takes practice.
맞아요.
And also, like, what I really find difficult is some young folks, they don't answer. When you ask a question. And I've seen some boss really frustrated because their team members don't give direct answer. They just keep silent and
Yeah.
and that don't really interact. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be hard being a boss.
Yep.
Sure. We've had Jenny님 texting in on YouTube Live saying 팀 활동에서 정말 많은 문제들이 생기죠. 상상도 못할 정도로 마음대로이거나 개인적인 사람들도 많아요.
Oh yeah.
And just like you said, it kind of reflects that where maybe the team leader or the team boss asks, the other people for their opinions, for their feedback, but they don't say anything. They just keep
They
silent.
remain silent.
It's their style, it's their way of work, and maybe they're more introverted and extroverted too.
Oh, that reminds me, like I once told some university students to work on team project.
Yeah.
And on online Zoom
Okay.
using the Zoom application.
Yeah.
And they just remain silent. And I asked them, like, why aren't you talking? And I said, oh, we are working on it, but we are texting each other. We are doing it online.
Yeah.
Like, talk to each other, come
Right.
on. You got to
It's-
communicate.
It's really hard to enforce that because I've seen survey results where they asked if you prefer to text over talk. A majority of younger folks nowadays prefer texting over talking.
It's just different way. I cannot say which
Yeah.
is better. Like,
Right. There's no right or wrong answer.
No,
for sure.
no.
But it's a preference thing. All right. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. It's
right.
always my pleasure to have discussion with you and our listeners.
Well, have a good rest of the week.
You too.
And we'll see you next
I'll
week.
be coming back next week. Okay.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye-bye. And that was Jennifer with us, a.k.a. Dr. Warabu. And here, we now have time to wrap things up for the first hour. But as we come back at 5 p.m., I want you guys to tell us what your all-time favorite book is. Share with us your all-time favorite book. 최고로 가장 좋아하는 책 무엇인지 저희한테 알려주세요. 문자 샵 9050 100원의 이용료가 있고요. 카카오톡 메시지 or YouTube Live, let us know what your all-time favorite book is. We're going to take a song break to wrap up the first hour. We'll be back at 5. Don't go anywhere. This is Waiting for a Star to Fall by Boy Meets Girl.
I hear your name whispered on
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구 도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다 축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로 하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산. 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
Electric kickboards and electric bicycles are common on the streets these days. With the increased use of personal mobility devices, the number of accidents and deaths have reportedly increased significantly.
Personal mobility patrol mode.
I don't need to wear a safety helmet because I'm only riding a short distance.
Wear a safety helmet. When you drive your personal mobility devices, you have to wear a safety helmet.
Hey, I rented an electric kickboard. Let's ride it together.
Okay, you drive in the front, I'll get in the back.
Follow the number of passengers. Only one person can ride an electric kickboard and electric wheel parallel car.
Follow the rules of personal mobility devices and drive safely. This campaign is brought to you by BFM 부산영어방송.
Hello everyone, I'm James from India. Ever since I was a young boy in India, I have been surrounded by different Korean products, and this instilled a dream in me to explore Korea one day. This chance came for me in 2014 when I began attending Busan National University as a graduate student in computer engineering. I have lived in Korea for over 7 years, and I even run my own business now, a company that is developing a platform based on artificial intelligence and blockchain technology. From my experience, I can say with an absolutely certainty that Busan was the best place for me to start my business, thanks to the specialized blockchain zone. In the past 7 years, Busan has become my second home, and I obviously love it here. Global City Busan, we are in it together. This campaign was brought to you by BFM Busan 영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
That's it. 포열 부산 아닙니까? There you go.
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
You're absolutely right.
포열 부산.
Perfect. 포열 부산. Yes.
할까요? 포열 부산.
You're now listening to For Your Busan with me, David Kim.
Hello, welcome back. This is Jenny, and today I'm here with our new guest. So let's say hi. Hello.
Hello, for your Busan audience. My name is Jose Choi. I'm a photographer. Usually I meet my customers, various customers during the weekdays.
All right. May I ask, how long have you been doing this job for?
I started for my job. I started in 2018.
2018. All right, then, how did you get to know this BFM?
It was because of Toastmasters that I first came here.
Oh, may I ask, what is Toastmasters?
Toastmasters, it's a long story.
Okay, then just briefly,
But
please.
make a long story short. When you go to Toastmasters, you can develop your leadership skills and speaking skills and communication skills.
Oh, so it's something like club meeting, which you can grow your leaderships and your speaking skills and all those in English. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So you've got to know this BFM through Toastmasters.
Yes, and first I came here, I met Mr. Zhang PD, and after that I had a couple of more chances to be here.
All right. So you mean you're not here for the first time, right?
Yes, maybe 4 or 5 times.
Oh, wow. All right, then, such a pleasure to have you here once again.
Welcome.
All right. Then I want to ask you, since you're speaking English, how did you get to learn English?
Speaking of learning English, when I was a middle school student, I loved my English teacher.
Okay.
She was
all right.
beautiful. Her pronunciation was beautiful. Her manner was fantastic. So from time to time, I sent to her a love letter in English.
Oh my God, that is so cute, adorable.
It's a kind of a good way to start English, isn't
That's
it?
right. If you want to learn English, write a love letter to your English teacher. Or maybe, get crushed into your English teacher. Then that might be a way to learn English.
Yes.
All right, so that was how you get to learn your English.
Yes, that's a first start. And after middle school, when I was a university student, an MA course and PhD course, I had to read a lot of books in English.
Okay.
Our professors asked us to read books. Sometimes they say, read 400 pages by next week. Oh my God!
Oh my gosh, 400 pages. But if you want to graduate, you have to do what your professor says.
And when I started working, I worked in an IT company as a program manager. So I had some chances to communicate with foreigners in and out of Korea. And now as a photographer, sometimes not many times, sometimes I meet foreign customers, so I use English.
Okay, then I also want to ask you, were there any moments you felt proud of yourself or sometimes finding it beneficial through learning English?
I never thought I am practicing, I am studying English to be proud of myself, to show off myself.
Okay.
But I admit that English is super useful and getting more and more essential and beneficial. So just think about working. These days, there's no clear division between what is foreign and what is domestic.
That's right.
So we have to sell our goods, products, and services to other countries. English is essential.
That's right.
And when you read books, getting some information, watching videos on the internet, yes, English is everywhere.
That's right. Then, are there any tips or little tidbits for studying English?
To be honest, I can say that I'm not in the position of giving advice to people about learning English.
Right.
There are so many good teachers, so many good mentors about learning English.
That's right.
Ask them, not me. And secondly, my English is not a wonderful example at all. But if I have to say something about learning English, I can say just face it, enjoy it.
Right.
If you cannot avoid English, just don't chicken out. If you don't use it, you lose it.
That's right. Since learning is the whole journey of our life, so just enjoy it. Thank you so much for your little tidbits and your little tips. Then this will going to be our last question. What lies ahead for your English journey?
I don't have any special, shiny, fantastic goal about English.
Okay.
I just want to do what I have done so far. Getting information and finding more customers in and out of Korea. Reading books. I like Sidney Sheldon books.
Oh.
And watch videos. Especially, I love watching stand-up comedies on the internet.
Comedies
Yes.
sounds great.
That's what I want.
That's right, to enjoy English. All right, so this was all about today's interview with Mr. Jose. Thank you so much for today's interview.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny, first of all, for interviewing a photographer, Choi Sung-man, or Jose Choi, who has found a love for English through initially an organization or a community called Toastmaster. And it's true that English is everywhere. And there are so many ways you can learn English. And many teachers have different styles. Many schools, organizations, hagwons all have different teaching methods as well. And everyone has a different way of learning things as well. But I love what he said. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? So once you've learned something, if you don't practice it, if you don't have, practical experiences of it, you'll start to lose what you learned. So it's very true of what Jose said. So when it comes to learning things, you gotta be able to know how to use it, and you gotta find someone who uses the same language and practice speaking in that language as well. Very good point. All right, thank you, Jenny, once again. And you're tuned into For Your Busan. This is a show that airs from 4:05 to 6 p.m. We've got some good afternoon messages, people joining in on the YouTube live as well. Sam Knim saying, "왕, 실시간 맞죠?" 맞습니다. This is live right now, and asked us what 꼰대 might mean in English. 꼰대는 한국에만 있는 단어인가요? 영어로 어떻게 표현할 수 있을까요? Yes, it's a word in Korea, a Korean word that doesn't really have a direct translation. 직역으로 바꿀 수 있는 단어, 그러니까 대체될 수 있는 단어가 없어요. But it does imply condescending. 이 condescending이라는 단어가 it's a part of the word 꼰대. 그 일부분에 있는 뜻이 있어요. condescending. condescending이라는 단어가 있고요. Maybe like someone who's a little more old school. old school이라는 단어도 들어보셨을 것 같은데 someone who's a bit old school, someone is kind of stuck up in their own ways, the old ways, traditional ways. Maybe someone patronizing이라는 단어도 들어보셨을 것 같은데 patronizing. It has so many meanings to this word 꼰대. It's really hard to translate into one single word. You have to really describe it. 의역을 해야 될 것 같습니다. All right, thank you for the question, and I'll try to give you a better answer next time. Maybe I'll look it up on the internet to see what other people might say with regards to that word. Any questions, any comments, feel free to text in pound 9050 샵 9050. Now, we did ask you of your favorite book, your 제일 좋아하는 책 제목들 알려달라고 했습니다. That's today's text topic. Let us know your favorite book, your all-time favorite book. All right. We're going to listen to a song and we'll be right back. This is To the Sky by Owl City. We're going to, it's playing.
There's a dreamy world up there. Dear friends in higher places, carry me away from here. Travel light, let the sun eclipse you, 'cause your flight is about to leave. And There's more to this brave adventure than you'd ever believe. Bird's eye view, awake the stars 'cause they're all around you. Wide eyes will always brighten the blue. Chase your dreams and remember me, sweet bravery, 'cause after all those wings will take you up so high. So bid the forest floor goodbye as you race the wind and take to the sky. You take to the sky. On the heels of war and wonder, there's a stormy world up there. You can't whisper above the thunder, but you can fly anywhere. Purple burst of paper birds, this picture paints 1,000 words. So take a breath of myth and mystery and don't look back. Bird's eye view, awake the stars 'cause they're all around you. Wide eyes will always brighten the blue. Chase your dreams and remember me, sweet bravery, 'cause after all those wings will take you up so high. So bid the forest floor goodbye as you race the wind and take to the sky. There's a realm above the trees, lost are finally found. So touch your feathers to the breeze and leave the ground. Bird's eye view, awake the stars 'cause they're all around you. Wide eyes will always brighten the blue. Chase your dreams and remember me, sweet bravery, 'cause after all those wings will take you up so high. So bid the forest floor goodbye as you race the wind and take to the sky. You take to the sky. You take to the sky.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Hosted by David Kim, airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Zooby-dooby bum-ba-da, zooby-dooby-ba-dum-bum. Zooby-dooby 낮에 큐파가 stupid man.
Zooby-dooby bum-ba-da, zooby-dooby-ba-dum-bum. Zooby-dooby 낮에 큐파가 stupid man.
It is now time for Busan Quiz Master. And every day we've got a different fun quiz lined up for you with your chance to win a prize if you participate and get the answer right. We have exploring Busan through numbers, guessing something by sound, or identifying Busan's tourist attractions through foreigners' reviews, among others. And it's all about having fun, getting involved, texting in your guesses, and perhaps maybe you could take home or get a coupon for something. And today, we've got a pizza coupon on the line. So if you win, you could order a delicious pizza delivered to your house. All right, today's quiz is 부사추입니다. 부산 사투리 추천 받는 퀴즈 세그멘트인데요. Now, Busan boasts a variety of charms, right? It's not just its stunning natural landscapes like the mountains, the seas, but also its vibrant people and delicious cuisine. But we cannot forget Busan dialect. Busan 사투리를 잊으면 안 되겠죠. This distinctive dialect sometimes plays a significant role in movies or K-dramas, highlighting its unique appeal. And today we're going to be testing your knowledge of this special Busan dialect with a fun quiz. quiz, I guess we could call it. So how well do you know the Busan dialect, everyone? If you think you're proficient, today's your chance to shine, okay? So here's how it works. We're going to give you a phrase in English, and your task, your job is to translate it into a Busan dialect. And the more unique and interesting your translations are, the better your chances of winning a prize. So let's go ahead and see what this English expression is. 네, 일단 오늘 이제 수요일이니까 수요일인 만큼 아주 특별한 피자 한 판 쿠폰이 걸려 있습니다. And so today's expression is 날씨가 변덕스럽다. 오늘 날씨는 변덕이 심하네. 이거를 영어로 바꾸자면 The weather's very fickle these days. 요즘 날씨는 변덕이 심하네. The weather's very fickle these days. 이거를 부산 사투리로 바꿔주세요. 부산 사투리로는 어떻게 이야기할 수 있을까요? Translate the weather's very fickle these days. 요즘 날씨는 변덕이 심하네 into Busan 사투리. The more creative you are, your answers are, your comments are, you have a higher chance of winning, and you can send in more than one. 하나보다 더 많이 보내주셔도 됩니다. And you could win a pizza coupon. We're going to take a song break. Oh, yes, we will take a song break, and we'll be right back to read out some of your comments, your takes on the Busan Saturi translations. We'll listen to Listening for the Weather by BIC Ranga.
Restless thoughts that cling to yesterday. Never be afraid of change. I'm calling on the phone. I hate to leave you on your own, but I'm coming home today. And this busy inner city has got nothing much to say. And I know how much you're hanging around the letterbox. I'm sure that as I'm writing, you'll be somewhere on your way, in the supermarket, checkout, or a restaurant. I've been doing what I'm told. I've been busy growing old, and the days are getting cold, but that's alright with me. Sunlight sends you on your way, and those restless thoughts that cling to yesterday. Never be afraid of change. I'm calling
All right, we're in the middle of our Busan 사투리 추천 받는 corner, Busan Quiz Master. Now, Busan has its own unique dialect. 사투리가 있지 않습니까? This unique dialect sometimes plays an important role in movies or dramas, and today's quiz is all about that. You have to send us a translation of the weather these days are very fickle. The weather is very fickle these days. 요즘 날씨는 변덕이 심하네. 이거를 한국어 부산 사투리로 바꾼다면은 어떻게 바꾸실 건가요? Text us your guesses, or not your guesses, sorry, your translations into Busan Saturi to us to pound 9050 shop 9050. It will cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message or YouTube live. We've got some in. We got some good afternoons as well. Natasha Nim joining us in the show with the good afternoon message saying, "Hi David and the For Your Busan team and everybody. Welcome to the show." And Shimpyo Nim also tuning in and texting in as well. And Sam K Nim giving us a good line here, and I'm going to try to say it in Busan 사투리. 날씨 참 얄궂다. Jang PD, was that okay? Not bad, huh?
Much better than okay.
And then Jenny Nim saying, 와, 날씨 뭔데? 으지라고. Yeah, that's a good one, Jenny Nim. I like that. And then same K Nim, round 2. 갈팡지팡하다. And then 날씨 참 살아있네. But 날씨 살아있네 means it's good, isn't it? Like 갈팡질팡 is more, it makes sense. 갈팡질팡 is like 변덕스럽다. All right. Oh, okay. 제니님 sent us a round 2 one. And then she said, 잘 살려봐요, David. So I'll try to do it. 날씨 완전 지 멋대로인데? I don't think I did it well. 혼자 하면서 닭살 났습니다. I don't think I did it well at all. We've had some Kakao Talk messages as well. We've had one by East Honey님. Unfortunately, I can't. 제가 땡 처리해서 읽어보겠습니다. 요새 날이 영 땡땡 많노. That's a good one. Grace Nim saying 날씨가 왜 이래 왔다 갔다 하노? All right. Sammy Choi Nim saying 날씨가 왜 이래 오락가락하는데? He-nim saying 날씨가 왜 이러노? And Parker Jason Nim saying 왜 이래 날씨가 춥겠노? 네, Sorry-님 요새 날씨 왜 이러노? 네, 효원장님, I love to say that as well, but I can't. So I'm gonna have to 땡 처리해 for yours as well. 요새 날이 왜 이리 땡땡 많노? You guys really like that 땡땡 part, right? Huh? And then extra old님께서도요. 보내줬습니다. 이거는 그대로 읽어도 되겠죠, 장 PD? I can just read it as is. There's nothing wrong with this one.
Right.
Yeah. 범죄와의 전쟁 최민식 부인 version. Oh, I don't remember how the 부인 sounded like, but I'll try it anyway. 난리 났어. 아침에는 춥고 낮에는 덥고. Is that all right? 조현철님 also texting in. 날씨가 지 맘대로네. 에휴, 모르겠다 마. Anna님 as well. 날씨가 영 바이네야. 네. All right. Oh, it was said by PD yesterday. Someone from BEFM said 날씨가 영 파이네요 yesterday. Yeah, 날씨 these days is very 변덕스. Something's up with the sky, and this is my take on 부산 사투리. 제가 한번 해봤거든요. And so check this one out. I said this. 장 PD liked it, so hopefully you guys like it too. 비빔인지 물인지 모르는 건 하늘도 똑같네 마. How was that? Did you get a close up? Sam K님 saying 땡땡 뭔지 알 것 같다. 그죠? I just can't say it on air. 고수님 saying 날씨가 참 얄궂다.
네, 얄궂습니다. 네, 저도 땡땡 떠올랐지만 참았죠. 제니님, yes. Yes, I think we all want to say it. I think we can say it, just not here. Just not on this show. All right. Thank you for all your suggestions. You know, we've got so many people pitching in their take on how they would translate or how they would, change the 표준어 날씨가 변덕스럽다, 변덕이 심하다 to Busan 사투리 style. We've got so many. I think it's going to be a hard time for our 작가 to choose the winner for this one. But this is her job, so she has to choose the winner for us. Keep sending them in. I like to see it, and I like to give myself a shot on doing the Busan 사투리, and I'm not the best at it. But there's another one by Andrew Jason saying, 날씬 너란 놈 참 짓궂노. 니와 이랬네. All right, that was a good one. All right, maybe we'll take a few more messages with this one. Keep sending them in because pizza 한판 coupon is on the line. All right, we'll take a song break and go right into our next segment, perhaps. Or oh, yes, sorry about that. We will announce the winner after we take this quick song break. Sorry for jumping the gun there. We'll listen to Speechless by Dan and Shay.
You say you'll be down in 5. The smell of your perfume is floating down the stairs. You're fixing up your hair like you do. I know that I'll be a mess the second that I see you. You won't be surprised. It happens every time. It's nothing new. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind. 'Cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless. Staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret. 'Cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous. Every time you walk into the room, I'm speechless. It started when you said hello. Just did something to me. And I've been in a daze ever since the day that we met. You took the breath out of my lungs, can't even fight it. And all of the words out of my mouth without even trying. And I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret. 'Cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous. Every time you walk into the room, I'm speechless. Yeah, baby. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind. 'Cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless. You're standing there in that dress. Girl, it ain't a secret. 'Cause watching you is all that I can do. I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous. Every time you walk into the room, I'm speechless. Oh, you know it, baby.
Welcome back to For Your Busan, and we will have to announce the winners for Busan Quiz Masters. We've got more people texting in their rendition of Busan 사투리 version of 요즘 날씨는 변덕이 심하네. Weather these days. It's very fickle these days. The weather is. Yes. And we've got more messages. Let's go see. 써리님 complimenting my 사투리 skills. Saying, David, 사투리 억양이 뒤로 갈수록 점점 좋아지는 것 같은 이 느낌적인 느낌은 뭐죠? 화이팅이에요! And sent us her version of the Busan 사투리, saying, 요새 날씨 와 이러노? 요새 날씨 와 이러노? Yeah, I have to learn from Steve. I think Steve does a good job with his 사투리. And you guys know Steve. He comes in for our Tuesday segment in the second half for My Hometown Olympics. We've also had Sam Kanem giving us the last jab at it, saying, 진짜 오늘 날씨 와 이러노? 더워졌다고 얇게 입었더니 바람 때문에 더 춥고. I like it. And then 빠이다라고 발음하면 더 살아요. Oh, where was the part where it says 빠이다? I'm looking. Chang PD, can you help me find this part where someone sent in a message saying paida, or paida? I know paella is food. paeda는 뭔지 모르겠네요. paida 아이가. Yeah, I'm not sure where it is. But Jenny, maybe you can point it out for me. What part of this sentence, of this comment, someone texted in saying paida, right? Here's my number 2 take on the translations to 사투리. You know that song, 와 그래 쌌노? It's 와 그라노? Sorry, it's not 와 그래 쌌노? I thought it was 와 그래. Okay, my bad. So I said, 날씨가 와 그래 쌌노? Yeah, so that was my number 2 take on the translations to Busan 사투리. But our 작가 has chosen the winner. 2801. Sorry, I can't say it right. I try to say the Busan 사투리. Yeah. 2801번님 축하드립니다. You win a pizza coupon. I hope it's a large size coupon. If it's not, you can complain. I don't know. I think it's a large size coupon, right? Yeah, you're right. Okay. Congratulations, 2801번님. Cyberblue님 also complimenting my accent, saying it's good. It's crazy in a good way, he said. All right. Thank you all for texting in and participating. If you didn't win a prize today, maybe you could attempt to win one tomorrow. And you could also win other prizes here. We give away other prizes like coffee coupons too. So keep sending in your texts. Maybe what your all-time favorite book is. Text us the title of that. We had one earlier today. I lost the text. I'm going to try to find it again. Oh, Joy PMJ님 texted in earlier saying 이창길님의 저자인 로컬의 신을 최근에 읽었었는데 서울을 따라하지 않는다. 지방인 부산에게 많은 시사점을 던지는 것 같아 한번 읽어보시기를 추천합니다. 오, 로컬의 신. I'm gonna have to check this one out. It's about maybe it'll give great insights to Busan people living in Busan. People living in Busan, no duh. People living in Busan, different insights as to why it's different than Seoul and why we shouldn't follow the way Seoul. I don't know. I'll have to check out the book myself. 로컬의 신. Thank you for the suggestion, and that happens to be your favorite book, Joy PMJ name. Let us more of other book. Your all-time favorite books are. And Cyberbluenim also sent in one as well. We will have to go right into our next segment because our guest is here in the studio waiting for us to kick off that segment. So let's go right in.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back. We now have our next segment with Melisa in the studio for Busan 친구 Talk.
Yes, 친구 in the studio with
친구
Mary
talk.
had a little lamb
부산
playing.
친구 톡톡톡 멜리사 데이빗.
Nice. I like it. I like it. Okay,
How are
let's
ya?
go with that. Oh yeah, I'm fair to middling. Not bad. Can't
Good.
complain.
Yeah?
It's not raining today.
It's
Yesterday,
really nice outside, isn't it?
unexpected swampy feet yesterday. That was unpleasant.
You know, yeah, we talked about this yesterday outside the studio.
Yeah.
When I went out, it stopped raining.
Lucky you.
And I had
You were
those white kicks.
You had really white shoes on yesterday.
Yeah,
I was worried about your shoes.
They're still white.
They're still. Oh, they are.
Nothing's on them.
That's very
I've
impressive.
been blessed.
You were so lucky. Really lucky.
Yeah, I was really lucky. All right.
yeah.
So Busan 친구 Talk is all about ridiculous controversies, and listeners might be curious why that is.
Yes, tourists are visiting Busan in record numbers, and with this popularity comes a lot of curiosity about all the details of life in Korea. So, in this segment, we're going to discuss the seemingly mundane parts of the average Busan resident's life and break down the ridiculous controversies surrounding them. Of course, throughout this segment, we want to hear your views. If you've got Begon, you can send in your messages to Shop Kugong Ogong, or for no money at all, you can comment on our YouTube live stream or send us a Kakao Talk message.
That is right. So your messages, you guys listening right now, could help us solve the mystery of these ridiculous issues once and for all.
Yes, so even if there's no concrete answers to the controversies, as your Busan Chingus, we will try to talk you through them as only a true Chingu can. And today, we're actually going to address a question asked online about 영돈, or a kind of allowance given to family members. In this case, when children give 영돈 to their parents. So I want to know two things. Number one, what amount is enough, right? Like what's enough 영돈? And like how often are you giving that amount? And then number two, are there any conditions on that money? Like what it can and can't be spent on?
I'm kind of confused. Children giving 용돈 to their parents? You mean the other way
Yes.
around? Parents giving 용돈 to their kids?
No. Children give 영돈 to parents. So especially like if your parents are retired.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
here, children meaning like adult children.
Adult children, yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'd be so,
I was-
so sad.
I was-
Get
I was
out of
ima-
your 초등학교 and give me money.
I was
No.
thinking like, a grade 1, grade 2 elementary school student. 엄마 아빠 여기 용돈. You know?
That's very like I'm thinking like 마블리, like a 마동석 Jokpo movie.
okay, like
Where he's
him.
like, give me the money, 초등학생.
No.
No. We're not channeling Mabali. This is
Okay.
like adult children
Yeah.
giving their retired parents.
Like our age adults
Yes.
giving money
Yes.
to parents. Okay, gotcha.
So like how much money do you think is reasonable? Like what is enough money? What do you think?
See,
Like let's
okay.
imagine you're not poor.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you are poor. Are you
Let's
poor?
say-
let's say you're not poor.
Yeah, maybe let's say you do savings too, right?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Out of maybe you save, I don't know, you save 10% of what you earn.
Okay.
I don't know what the rules are.
Okay.
Maybe. Of the 10%, maybe give 5 no.
Let's
maybe,
put a number on it. How much is this? What
Okay,
we're
let's
giving?
say you make
Mom,
2 million won.
5,000원. Okay,
no.
All right.
You make 2 million won a month. Okay, 2 million won a month. You save, let's say, 50만 원 into
Okay.
a bank every time.
All right.
Maybe give a fifth of that. So like, maybe
love
10만 원,
this.
10만 원 to your parents.
Okay.
How
maybe,
about that?
Maybe 10만 원. And
Yeah.
every month.
Every month, 10만 원.
Okay, every month 10만
If you
원.
make 200만 원 a month.
If you make 200만 원, give 10만 원.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's something I would consider.
Okay.
But like, I don't give allowance to my parents per se.
But are they retired?
No, they're still working.
Okay, so I feel like this is like a big difference, right? If your parents are working, if they're not working, what your salary is, right? So this was actually a question asked by a young female worker somewhere in Asia. She didn't say which country. So she has a good job, and she wanted to give her parents, get this, $1,300 a month, which is 170만 원 per month, so they could comfortably retire. So from what I've heard from Busan people, I've never heard of anyone giving that much money. Right?
Wow.
That's a lot of money to give every month. But I don't have Buja friends. Are you rich?
No.
David, you rich?
No, you still have no Buja friends because I'm not rich
Okay.
either.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the number of Buja friends is still totaling zero.
Zero.
Got it? So like if you're sending your parents like almost 200만 원 a month, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But like what's the minimum amount? Again, imagine you're an adult child. Your parents are retired. What's the minimum amount of 용돈 you can give to your parents, like on a yearly basis, and not have them think you're 나쁜 애기? Like, what's the minimum?
나쁜 애기.
Yes, you know, there's the TV show, the 며느리 새끼, right? The bad baby.
Oh, 미운 오리. Okay. Yeah, I thought you said like 며느리.
며느리. No, it's not a bad 며느리 show.
Okay.
What is the minimum amount of 용돈 to not be 나쁜 애기? To be 좋은 딸 or 좋은 아들. Minimum 용돈. That's what we want to know.
I think it really depends. Like, are you still living with your parents?
Oh,
That's a
let's
big difference.
imagine not.
You're not living with your parents,
living
and your
with
parents are in a different city
yes.
too.
Yes.
Maybe how much? So maybe half of how much you would pay for a rental of a house.
Oh.
I think that's a good figure. So
Half.
let's say,
Okay.
maybe to rent an apartment costs you like 50만 원 a month.
Okay.
Maybe you have half that and give 25만 원 to your parents a month. If they're retired, right?
Okay, that's the minimum.
Minimum.
You said 10만 원 earlier, but now you're increasing to 25만 원. You're feeling guilty.
No,
guilt.
I don't know what I would
coming in.
give them.
Okay, we don't know.
Yeah. Definitely not 5천 원. That's
Not 5천 원. Okay.
Yeah.
So
What's
5천 원
gonna-
is
what's gonna-
insulting.
it is.
Okay.
It's like I'd rather have nothing than 5천 원.
Okay. Give them a gift card to a
Yeah.
fast food restaurant.
Exactly, a
That is
coffee
less,
coupon.
That is less insulting. Okay, because I feel like there's a lot of exceptions to this acceptable amount,
Okay.
right? So like parents' age and how much money they have, savings, do they have debt, right?
That is true.
Yeah. So in a plot twist, this daughter giving her parents 170만 원 per month, she noticed her parents were sending almost 27만 원 to this young worker's 남동생 every month for nearly 2 years.
Wait. She gave someone else?
No. So this daughter who's working, she wants her parents
her
to retire.
parents are-
So she sent 170만 원 to her parents, and then her parents sent 27만 원 to her 남동생.
What?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Okay, so this younger brother, if you're like, oh, but maybe, okay, he didn't fall on hard times. He has a full ride to a fancy university in London with a stipend. So that means this guy living the dream. No tuition, no dormitory fees, no cafeteria fees, and extra money to spend every month as part of his scholarship. So this was the sister's assumption that her 남동생 is using extra 용돈 as a 술 budget.
And it's from her.
And it's from her.
She's basically sponsoring all that
Yes,
without
pretty
his
much.
knowledge or without her knowledge.
Without her knowledge.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
I don't know what to say about this.
Right?
We've got some messages coming in as to how much they would give their parents.
Okay, I'm very curious.
Someone said 36,000 won is the maximum I would give to my parents a month.
36,000 won.
36,000원.
36,000원. Okay.
Yeah. And then
That's a very specific amount.
yeah. Well,
36,000원. I wonder
here,
if
here, get this. They
Okay.
they actually said 35,900원 But I rounded it up to 36,000원.
Okay. I love it. I love the specificity. I
Yeah.
feel like if we found out the parents' favorite restaurant, is that how much it costs?
Oh, like a-
35,900원 to
Right.
get like
A bowl of pasta or something like that.
yeah, I was thinking 2 bowls of 돼지국밥, but that is a little
Oh.
steep. Maybe you got the side of sundae,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why it's a little.
수육, small
Oh
수육,
yeah,
소짜.
yeah. You get the suyuk.
Yes.
Couple bottles of soju. Is that? Are we at 35,900원 yet?
Ish.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
That's
so
that.
that's the budget. Okay.
We have also
Interesting.
had Natasianim saying my salary was ringgit Malaysia RM 1,500. I gave 300 to 400 per month to my parents.
Oh, seems very generous.
Wow, that is.
Very
That's
generous.
that's like a quarter of what you earned.
Very good baby.
Wow.
Parents very happy.
They would definitely. That's definitely not 나쁜 애기. That's 좋은 애기.
Yes, very much 좋은 애기.
All right. So the question here is: if you're giving 용돈 to your parents, and then your parents give that money to your sibling, is this okay or not?
Right. So in this case, the older sister very angry, and she felt her parents were wasting the money she gave them. So. A little controversial. We're getting spicy here. She decided if her parents were going to just give away 27만 원 to her brother every month, then they didn't need that much money. So she decided to reduce the amount she sent to her parents by 27만 원. Because remember, she's sending them back to Shemanon.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this decision? Like, listeners, I'm really curious to hear what you do in this situation, too.
I feel like the parents weren't very clear with her, the communication-wise.
Okay.
But initially, when you were telling me this story, she kind of did it to help them out with their retirement.
Right. Yes.
Like it was all on her. It wasn't like the parents asked her to give them allowance.
Yes.
She's just like, oh, out of goodwill, out of respect, I wanted to give 170만 원 to my parents a month.
Right. To be 좋은 딸.
Yeah,
she
좋은
wanted to
딸.
give 용돈.
Yeah, and then she found out that her brother gets like 30만 원 off of that.
Yes. Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is like, oh man, I think a lot of people very divided about this, partially because of culture. So this question, it was posted online, and North American commenters, they really attacked the brother as being lazy because he was crying to mommy and daddy, going to the bank of mom and dad instead of working for money. So as your Busan 친구, one thing here I have to point out, cultural difference, right, with feelings about students having alba or Arbeit. So this question, it was from a younger female Asian worker. And she doesn't say this, but it kind of gives the feeling in her family of like you're a student first and then a full-time worker later, like not a student with a part-time job. But, you know, a lot of university students here have alba. But it seems like in this case, 남동생, he doesn't want one. So, like, what do you think? Would it solve the problems if this girl's 남동생 just got a part-time job, stopped taking the sister's money, which he got from his parents, that they got from her?
But then also the question arises, did he ask for allowance? Or are the parents just giving him the money?
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
This is a very good point.
Yeah.
Because I know I don't know if he asked them for it, but I know when the sister told the parents, we're cutting off that amount, he called his sister to complain and was like, why are you taking my money? And she was angry, like, what? What do you mean your money? This is my money that I gave to our parents. And so it just like escalated.
Yikes.
Right?
Well, it's her money in the end. She has full control over it.
Right.
If she doesn't want to send any money, well, that's his loss too.
Yeah, well, it's definitely.
What did he do? What did he do to deserve that money in the first place, right?
This is a good point. And I mean, for me personally, when I hear about university students going to the bank of mom and dad instead of getting a part-time job,
Bank of mom and dad.
Right? Hey, it's the bank of mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of surprising because isn't it more comfortable to have your own money? So you can kind of avoid asking, you can avoid like the conversation about what you're spending it on.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Am I gonde? Is this like my gonde thinking?
You know, it's true. I mean, I worked to get my own money too.
Latte mente. Okay, I'm
That's
ready.
latte mente?
Yes.
Yeah, I started working as soon as I was legally able to work.
Okay.
Like that's 15, 16 in Canada.
Mhm.
I did like tutoring jobs. You know, I played clarinet at the time, so I taught students how to play
played clarinet.
Yeah.
That my vision of 15-year-old you playing the clarinet.
And I was good
it
at
got right up there.
I was
okay.
good at math at the time, so I also tutored students how to do
Excellent.
math homeworks and
I
things
can
like that.
imagine. I need to see old photos of
Yeah.
David playing the clarinet in the
Yeah,
mathletes.
super thick glasses.
Oh,
yeah, that was
oh,
me. And then I
nice.
worked at a hamburger joint, like shops and stuff, and restaurants, and things
okay.
like that. Yeah.
Nice.
But whatever I earned, it was all for me to keep, or however I wanted to spend.
Right. So then we didn't have this issue of who's giving whose money.
No.
Right. The mother's reaction here was very interesting. She called her daughter, who's given her 1.7 million won monthly allowance. Mom said she's a terrible daughter and a terrible sister. And the mother said her daughter was failing in her obligations to her family. This is shocking. So, other background, the parents did not give the daughter financial support when she was in university. And this daughter also studied abroad, but her parents were against it. So basically, everything was totally different from this daughter to her younger brother. So, another thing I'm curious about, do you think the big difference in the parents' attitude, is it because one is a girl and the other is a boy? Or because oldest versus youngest?
Oh.
Because, right, most parents are kind of different, like, oh, it's my daughter versus my son, but also they're very different, like, this is my oldest versus youngest. Because I think most people think, like, oldest child, super careful, super strict, and then by the youngest, we're like, meh, it's fine. Do
Yeah.
whatever. I'm too tired, right?
Yeah, I mean the whole issue with this story. I love the story, by the way, but it's just that it's one-sided too, right?
That's true.
I would love to see the parents' side of the story, the brother side of the story, until you make any criticism about this whole story. So it's really hard to say who's right or who's wrong and what's right, what's wrong.
Right. We always say 3 sides to the story.
Yeah.
His side, her side, the truth.
Exactly.
Dun, dun, dun.
We don't know what the truth is.
Yeah.
Very interesting story, though, and we've had people texting in their suggestions, their ideas as well, and added on to their monthly allowance to give to their parents. Natasha Nim said, I don't mind. I'll just give them the same amount every month. I already gave it to them, so it's their money. Depends on them what to do and where to spend it.
I love that. So
Well said.
actually, yeah, some other people had mentioned if you give it as a gift, it's a gift.
It is. You can't take it back.
Yeah.
There's no refund to that. Interesting. Very controversial
Interesting
story.
point. Yes, very spicy.
I like it. I'm wondering what other interesting, spicy topic you'll bring to us next week.
We will have to see next week.
Thank you so much for this lovely story, Melissa. We'll see you next week.
Yes, we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye-bye. That was Melissa with us for Busan 친구 Talk. Let us know your thoughts. Maybe we'll read them out tomorrow because we are running out of time. We have to wrap up the show, unfortunately. And thank you all for tuning in. All right, the show was produced by Jang PD, and the show was written by Hong Jaka. There we go. And the show was hosted by me, David Kim. See you later, alligator. The song is Same Side by Dylan Dunlap.
Good mood in an instant. Are you listening? You'd rather tell me the truth. I do have a little more room for improvement, but I'm only human. I know it isn't my way or the highway. You're just looking out for me. You're putting me in my place over high stakes. Forgive me, I honestly don't wanna do it for you, but I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna do it even though the only way to get it done sometimes. Isn't it ironic? We'll both get what we wanted. I'm feeling instant karma, 'cause I forget we're on the same side. Same side. Guilty of dodging your calls. It kills me 'cause it's never your fault. I'm complaining. It's never plain and simple. I know it isn't.
Your race to the world.